At the beginning of the movie, we see a teenage couple, Tinan and Anna, getting close. Alongside them are Tinan's best friend Giulio and Giulio's girlfriend Cecilia. Anna and Cecilia are preparing to leave for Italy. Tinan asks Anna to promise she won't share a bed with anyone else there, and he promises to stay faithful to her. Eventually, they all make it to the airport and say their goodbyes. Tinan's father is wealthy, coming from a well-off family, while Giulio comes from a more modest background. Despite this difference in wealth, their friendship remains strong. With their girlfriends gone, they enjoy spending time together. In the days following, they attend Tinosh's sister's wedding where they meet Lucia, a captivating woman. They strike up a conversation with her, exchanging light flirtation. Lucia reminisces about a childhood memory involving Tinosh. As they chat, they discover that Lucia is actually married to Tinosh's cousin, Heinz. Despite this revelation, both Tinosh and his friend continue to flirt with Lucia. She mentions her upcoming trip to Sem Beach, prompting Tinosh to fabricate a beach called Heaven's Mouth, describing it as a tranquil and secluded spot. In reality, this beach doesn't exist. They made it up solely to impress Lucia. They invite her to join them, but she politely declines, and they part ways. Later that night, Lucia receives a distressing call from her husband, who tearfully admits to a drunken mistake with another woman and sincerely apologizes. Devastated, Lucia ends the call, overwhelmed with emotion. The next morning, she reaches out to Tinosh and asks if she can join them at the beach. Tinosh agrees. Lucia provides her address, and Tinosh asks Giulio about their plan to take Lucia to the beach. They seek advice from their friend Saba on finding a quiet, uncrowded beach. They set off on the journey with Lucia, unsure of where they're headed. During the trip, they share personal anecdotes, discussing their relationships and experiences with intimacy. In the evening, they check into a hotel where Lucia opens up about their girlfriends, suggesting that they might have been lured to Italy by other alluring men. Tinan and Giulio remain unfazed, trusting their partner's loyalty. They inquire about Lucia's own love life, particularly about Jane. Lucia grows quiet, having recently discovered Jane's infidelity, which has deeply troubled her. Later, when Lucia goes to her room, Tinan and Giulio discreetly peek inside, half expecting her to be undressing. Instead, they find her in tears. The next day, they return to the beach, and Lucia confronts them about why they were spying on her the night before. They proceed to ask Lucia about her romantic past, and she reveals she had a previous boyfriend with whom she had been intimate. Lucia had shared a significant portion of her life with her first love and had hoped to build a future with him. Tragically, he passed away in an accident, leading Lucia to eventually marry Hino. During their trip, Lucia opens up to Tinan about his girlfriend's physical relationship, sparking an honest conversation about intimacy. That evening, while at the hotel, Lucia calls Hino. In a voicemail, she firmly expresses her decision to leave him for good, vowing never to return. Following this call, Lucia retreats to her room, consumed by tears. Giulio pays her a visit in search of shampoo, clad only in a towel. Boldly, Lucia asks him to remove the towel, and he complies, leading to intimacy between them. Giulio inadvertently witnesses this, triggering feelings of jealousy. Later, when Tinan confides in Giulio about the incident, Tinan is deeply hurt. In the evening, he confronts Giulio, demanding to know the details of what happened. A heated argument ensues, ultimately leading Tinan to declare an end to their friendship. The following day, they head to the beach. Lucia notices the tension between Tinan and Giulio, realizing Giulio's jealousy regarding her intimacy with Tenok. Sensing Giulio's despondency in the backseat, Lucia takes advantage of the moment and initiates intimacy with him. Tinan feels uneasy about this and eventually pulls the car over to the side of the road, stepping out. After their intimate encounter, Lucia approaches Tenok, questioning the reason behind their quarrel. She believes both of them desired intimacy with her and brought her on the trip for that purpose. During their conversation, Tenok confesses to once being intimate with Giulio's girlfriend. This revelation infuriates Giulio, sparking another intense argument. This time, Giulio halts the car and tells Tenok to leave. Witnessing the chaos, Lucia becomes upset and decides to leave with her belongings. Tenok asserts that they are all on equal ground, having been intimate with each other's partners. In response, Tinan apologizes, and together they approach Lucia, persuading her to return to the car. Once Lucia is back inside, she lays down conditions, no more fighting between them if they want to continue their intimate relationship with her. As night falls, Giulio is unsure when they will reach the beach. They continue driving, the destination uncertain. In the darkness, Giulio veers onto an unpaved road. After some time, they become stuck in the sandy terrain, leaving them no choice but to spend the entire night in the car. The next morning, Lucia wakes up to find they've reached a beach. Tenok and Giulio quickly set up a camp while Lucia relaxes and enjoys sunbathing. A fisherman arrives with his family, warmly cooking and sharing a meal with them. He kindly offers to show them around all the nearby beaches. Excitedly, they agree, and the following day, they join the fisherman's family on a trip to a beach called Heavenmouth. To their surprise, the name matches the one Giulio and Tenok had made up. Julio and Tenok share a laugh at the coincidence, and they all have a wonderful time together. However, when they return at night, they find their camp destroyed by pigs. With their shelter ruined, they opt to spend the night in a nearby village with the fisherman's family. Lucia makes another call to her husband, already aware of Jane's infidelity, both past and present. She bids him a final goodbye, hangs up, and starts crying. The three of them start drinking, and soon they are heavily intoxicated. In this state, Tenok admits to having been intimate with Julio's girlfriend on multiple occasions. The revelations continue as Julio confesses to also being intimate with Tenok's girlfriend while under the influence. He adds a playful remark about being intimate with Tenok's mother, shedding light on the movie's title. Despite the shocking revelations, the trio takes it lightly, and Lucia plays a song, leading to a lively dance. Afterward, they retire to a room where Lucia seduces both of them, resulting in an intimate encounter involving all three. Tenok and Julio share a kiss amidst the passion. The next day, still grappling with the previous night's events, Tenok hurriedly rushes outside to vomit. Julio approaches Lucia, insisting it's time to head home. He mentions needing to return his sister's car, and Tinin reminds Lucia that his parents will be concerned since they left without informing anyone of their plans. Lucia reassures them that they are welcome to leave if they wish. She expresses her desire to spend a few more days exploring the beaches and enjoying herself. Tenok and Julio gather their belongings and begin their journey back home, while Lucia takes a refreshing swim in the sea. After returning from Italy, their girlfriends break up with them. Tenok and Julio grow distant, but about a year later, they coincidentally bump into each other and decide to catch up over tea at a nearby cafe, exchanging updates on their lives. During their conversation, Tenok asks Julio if he's heard anything about Lucia. Julio admits he hasn't heard anything. Tenok then solemnly reveals that Lucia has passed away. She was suffering from terminal cancer. Lucia had known about her condition but chose not to share it with anyone. That's why she stayed at the beach, wanting to enjoy her final moments in peace. About a month after their return from the trip, Tenok and Julio go their separate ways for work, and they never cross paths again.